A very good morning from wherever you are watching us from. This is CAC TV. Thank you for choosing us. Thank you for inviting us into your space. We say we are here to enrich your life. A show that is on air, Behind the Face, where we bring you guests, leaders who have excelled in different fields to share their stories as a way of encouraging you, our viewer. This morning, I'm so excited. My guest, Reverend Dr. John Calvin Kamau. He is a parish minister, PCEA, Kahawa Sukari Parish, and he is here to share his journey in leadership. It's my joy and pleasure to bring him on board. Good morning, Rev.
Good morning, Catherine.
Happy to see you this morning.
Good to see you too.
We are truly humbled and honored to have you this morning. Thank you so much.
It's a great joy also to be here.
And we look forward to our fruitful conversation.
So do I.
As you share your journey in leadership. That's your camera. Please say hi and welcome our viewer.
Good morning, our viewers. It's so exciting to meet you and meet with you this morning. It's a great joy to have an opportunity to interact with each other, and welcome to this great show. Thank you.
Wow. Your name, John Calvin. You share a name for those of us who've done church history. And you share a name with John Calvin. Was it intentional, ama ulijipata tu sharing that name?
Well, it's just, I would call it a choice of a name, so that you are able to live what the person believes in. John Calvin, the reformer. And I found myself following those footsteps of doing things that are at times extraordinary. So the name has been real in my life.
Absolutely. I was going through his biography, and like he did Greek and Hebrew. Same thing with you. You're a teacher of Hebrew and Greek.
Yes, I
right?
teach.
And his influence was huge, and your influence is so huge as well.
Glory to God.
So there is power in a name.
Amen.
Nice. 2 questions for you, Rev. I'm a Sunday school teacher, so you pardon me. So I have 2 questions for you. Question number 1, are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
If you are a Bible character, you know so many characters in the Bible,
Yes.
right? If you are to be one of the Bible characters just for a day, who would it be and why?
Moses,
Why?
because of I would say his great prowess in leadership, and also his ability to mentor Joshua to take over responsibility. I think that is what gives me great inspiration. Moses, a great man of God. Yes.
Wow. Question number 2. What gives you joy as a person? Just one thing that gives you joy.
Service. Serving others. I am so much inspired by Mother Teresa, who says that a life that is not lived for others is not worth living. So my inspiration is to make sure that I impact someone else. A life not for myself. That's my inspiration.
Wow, and you are absolutely doing it. To our viewer, my guest, Reverend Dr. John Calvin, and we are live on our social media pages, so you can share this live. You can ask a question. Are you okay with being asked questions?
Yes, I am.
Irrespective of the question that comes in. All right, so our viewer, you can ask a question if you've got any. You can give us a comment. Let us know where you are watching us from, and I'll be glad to give you a shout out. I'm your host, Wanjiku Kamau. Once again, the show that is on air, Behind the Face, where we get leaders who share their leadership journey to inspire, encourage, and motivate you. Our viewer, this CAC TV will be back in a while.
Maridadi Investment Cooperative is giving you a great opportunity to invest in the car selling and leasing business. Simply buy a car through Money Daddy Investment Cooperative, leave it with us to lease, and you receive monthly payments through our lease selling plan. When you invest in a Wagon R, Nissan Note, or Toyota Passo valued at 1 million shillings, you earn 37,500 shillings per month for 2 years, plus a bonus of 400,000 shillings at the end of the 2-year period. Are you always busy with work, retired, or maybe you live in the diaspora? Let your money work for you. Invest with Money Daddy Investment Cooperative today and get paid every month. Visit us at Ridgeways, Kiambu Road, opposite Total Petrol Station, or call 0709 888 222.
Welcome to CAC TV, Parenting Diaries, a show for every parent and every family. In this show, you will get expert tips, heartwarming stories, and real-life advice on navigating the beautiful and challenging world of parenting. Whether you are parenting toddlers, teens, young adults, we've got you covered. Learn how to navigate tough situations, celebrating wins, observing boundaries in order to build stronger and better connections with your children. Tune in for fresh perspectives and tools to thrive as a parent in the 21st century. Don't miss out on your parenting. Your parenting journey just got easier. Every Tuesday at 8 p.m. on CAC TV. See you there.
Money Daddy Investment Cooperative is giving you a great opportunity to invest in the car selling and leasing business. Simply buy a car through Money Daddy Investment Cooperative, leave it with us to lease, and you receive monthly payments through our lease selling plan. When you invest in a Wagon R, Nissan Note, or Toyota Passo valued at 1 million shillings, you earn 37,500 shillings per month for 2 years, plus a bonus of 400,000 shillings at the end of the 2-year period. Are you always busy with work, retired, or maybe you live in the diaspora? Let your money work for you. Invest with Money Daddy Investment Cooperative today and get paid every month. Visit us at Ridgeways, Kiambu Road, opposite Total Petrol Station, or call 0709 888 222.
Welcome back. You are watching Behind the Face, and this is CAC TV. We cannot thank you enough for choosing us and welcoming us into your space this morning. My guest, Reverend Dr. Calvin Kamau, he's here to share with us his journey in leadership. Rev, tell us a bit about your growing up, and at what point did you start your leadership journey in ministry?
Thank you very much, Wanjiko. I think my leadership journey started way early when I was in class 4, when I was taken into a boarding school.
At class 4?
Yes. Quite far from home, and that gave me independence. And so therefore I had to fetch for myself, I had to be my own manager, and so that took me a journey of being alone. Though with others, far from family. And so that is where it all started. Yes.
How did you feel being in boarding at such a young age and being separated from your family, being away from home?
Well, it wasn't interesting at that age. There are, of course, mixed reactions. There are, of course, negative things that came out of that. But I would pick my leadership ability from there. It felt like you are away from everyone, and it was quite far from my home, which is in the areas of Kiambu all the way to Beere. So that, but it shaped me who I am today, especially independence. Yes.
So you are prefect or something, Ama?
Just leadership. Yes, just being able to, leadership starts with self-management. To manage yourself, decide what to do when. Yes.
I know you're a PK, a pastor's kid. So how was it being a pastor's kid? Were you able to measure the expectations of people? Because sometimes people really have very high expectations when it comes to a pastor's child.
Well, I think the expectation is quite high. I wouldn't dare measure. I would say I measured up, but I became myself.
Yeah.
So I didn't want to please anyone. I just lived my life. Of course, there is that expectation of the society of who you should be as a pastor's kid. But generally, it's just being yourself. Do what you're able to do. No pretense, just being yourself. And that is what has helped me in life.
So at what point did you know you've been called to be a leader in ministry?
Well, my call started when I was in Form 3 in Chogoria Boys High School. We went for a mission in Lamu. And when I came back to school to report, that mission had a combination of Focus, that is Fellowship of Christian Unions, the universities, and KSCF, Kenya Student Christian Fellowship. We were about 700 of us. I think I was among the youngest. And so when we came back now reporting how the mission was, I realized I can speak. And that's how it all started. And people were like, hey, the way you've given us a report, you seem like you are a minister of the gospel. So that was quite early, in Form 3. Yes.
Well, if you're just joining us, you are watching Behind the Face, and this show we bring you leaders who've excelled in different fields, and they share their journey in leadership just to inspire you and encourage you and motivate you, our viewer. If you have a question, our guest this morning, Reverend Dr. John Calvin, you can visit our social media pages, and we'll be glad to receive your questions. If you have a comment, please feel free to note it down and let us know where you are at this morning. If you can share, it will be quite in order so that we can reach out to more people this morning. So your question, your comment, and your feedback, we are waiting on you. Rev, are there people who worked with you in the journey of ministry as mentors, and what's your take on mentorship when it comes to leadership?
When I cleared fourth form, there was a great mentorship for people who held my hand, especially in the ministry. And I would become a name and bench person, just to accompany them as they preach. And all I would do is to support them. And they walked with me that early years of my after high school. And they mentored me. And this is what has always encouraged me to also mentor other people, because there are people who stood with me. There's of course a lot of naivety when someone is have finished high school. You are looking at where you want to go in life, and so there were people who stood with me, especially to mentor me in the ministry. Yes.
So, according to you, mentorship is key.
It's everything. You must succeed yourself. The one I mentioned, Moses. Moses mentored Joshua. So there can't be a Joshua unless there is a Moses. Yes.
So we are talking of the willingness to be mentored.
Exactly. You have to have someone up that you look up to, and then people down that are looking up to you. Exactly.
Wow. Going forward, what satisfaction so far? What satisfaction have you gotten from your journey as a leader? Because so many people look up to you as a role model, as a mentor. I've been one of them. You're a role model to so many of us. So what satisfaction have you gotten from your journey in leadership?
I think I did mention earlier that one of the things that gives me a lot of energy in life is service. And leadership is about going it with other people. It's not about there is of course a showing the way, but walking the way. So one of the greatest inspiration for me is to be able to walk with people and just be myself. do what God has called me to, because I believe I'm a unique person with unique giftings and talents, and there are people who want what I am. And so, two things. One, practical Christianity, because there's a challenge of theory and praxis in life. I would want that which I believe in is practiced. Then number two, the issue of trust in God. Ability to surrender to God. One of my leading verses in life is Philippians 2:13. It is God who works in us, both to will and to do his own good purpose. So that idea of surrender to God, so that he will lead you, is everything to me.
So leadership is not about you, it's about the people. But sometimes we see people trying to bring out the impression it's about them, it's I, me, the leader. So it's not about you, it's about you leading the way and God being at the middle of your leadership.
It's about the Lord leading you, and it's about using what God has given you as a person. As simple as that. Because once you're yourself, it's very, very easy to lead without struggle. You don't have to be someone else, just yourself. Exactly.
And what makes it so difficult for people to bring out the leadership without the self person? Because sometimes you find we see self first before what you can do as a leader. I as the leader, I as whoever I am.
Service is selflessness. Although we are talking about who you are, it's possible to separate yourself interests from the interest of other people. What did Christ do? He shared who he was and came and lived with us. And so, though you have what you have as a person, that should not be an impediment to you being able to look at others. Once self-interest is removed, you'll be a great leader in life. Yes.
So, self aside.
Exactly.
Leadership first.
Self-interest. Yes.
What are some of the values that you had to uphold as a leader for you to be where you are? Because I know it just didn't come on a silver platter. There are sacrifices you've made. So probably you can share with us, for the sake of the people who are watching, some of the values that you had to imply to get the results that we can see.
One of the key things is integrity. And what is integrity? Integrity comes from the word integrate, which means how you are able to integrate what you believe in what you do. And because integrity is consistent of character, what drives me is being consistent. What I preach on the pulpit is what I do every other day. What I believe in is what is seen in what I do. So integrity is what is seen. And integrity is as simple as keeping time. As simple as that. You tell me 8 o'clock, 8 o'clock I'm there. That's what because sometimes we look at integrity in running away from corruption, in being morally upright. It doesn't start out there. It starts with the simple things. Are you able to keep your word? Do you mean what you say? And people are looking for a person who can mean what they say. As simple as that. So integrity is key. Then, of course, number 2, and I think I mentioned it earlier, is practicality of what you do. Are you practical? When I speak the word of God, I make sure that whatever I'm speaking can be practiced that day. So that the word of God is not something that is ideal, it's real. And that has helped myself very much.
Are there times you had to make a very unpopular decision? And because I know you are in church leadership, and sometimes you have to stand your ground, not talking about integrity as one of the values that you uphold. Are there times you had to make an unpopular decision, and how did it go?
Well, many times you drag people the wrong way.
Very true.
Apart from serving in the church, I've also been the chairman for about 9 years of the PCA Housing Cooperative. And there are moments you'd go looking for land so that you can sell it to your members. And there is someone who wants to maybe sell you get you land, and you share with them the loot. At that time when you say no, you don't get to get that land because their intention is not genuine. Those are the brokers out there. So those are some of the unpopular issues that you make because you want to uplift the name of the people that gave you an opportunity to serve them. In the church, of course, there are moments where people will say this when they mean the other. And once you face them with what you call brute honesty, because one of the key things I love is honesty. Whatever you're not comfortable with, speak about it and speak it out. And that happens in all that I do, in my sermons, in my life. Wanjiko, if you do wrong, even if you're my friend, I'll tell you you are wrong.
Very true.
So it's not about friendship. It's about doing what is right. So I personally believe not in just doing good, but in doing what is right. And of course, that way, you will rub
For the
people
wrong way.
the wrong direction.
So you're saying if you want to be a great leader, you must be ready to be unpopular.
Of course. You know, you can't do what is right and be popular. You can't. You can't.
But we are in times where people want to be impressed.
Well, it's good to ask yourself whether you want to be a leader or to be a celeb. So if you want to be a celeb, then sell ice cream.
Oh yeah, very true. Someone said that. If you want to be loved by everyone, start selling ice cream. But if you want to be a leader, be ready to rub people the wrong way.
Exactly.
Thank you so much for everyone who is following us on Facebook and also our social media pages. Please let us know where you are at. If you have a question for Daktari, please feel free to note it down. I can see Thomas Joe, you're saying you are watching and being blessed. Thank you, Lucia. You are saying you are following. Thank you, Joe Jenga. He's your member at Kahawa Sukari. Thank you so much for following. You are watching CAC TV, and the show that is on air is Behind the Face, where we bring you leaders like my guest today, this morning, who are ready and willing to share with us their leadership journeys so they can inspire you, because I know many of us who are watching want to be leaders, and sometimes we look at our leaders and we think like they fell from Mars, like they don't make mistakes, like they, you know, so we really want to uncover and know who are these people behind our leaders. And talking about mistakes, are there times that you made mistakes, and how were you able to pick it up?
One principle that I believe in is that you'd rather make a mistake than not make a decision. And because one key item in leadership is decisiveness. So there are moments when you must make a decision, and not every decision goes the way you anticipated. Because we are not God. We are human.
We are
I am a human being.
True.
So you make some steps that at times you feel like I did wrong. But one thing that has made me recover from such is to simply say, I apologize. You know, say, I'm sorry. Or even say, we said this as leadership, but we realize that we cannot achieve it, and so can you give us more time? Simply the ability to say, sorry, the ability to change your mind, and the ability to accept that there are things that you said which may have been, for example, an overstatement. At times you may give some deadlines to some things and it doesn't happen. Maybe you tell, for example, where I'm serving now, there is a time I stood and told members would want to move from to refurbish the church within this time, and it's also not possible. Tell them we apologize, we will do it later. As simple as that, because mistakes are as good as being corrected. And swallowing your pride to say you are wrong is one of the greatest traits of leadership.
Honestly, most people don't want to say the magic words, sorry, thank you. Just the way you're saying, it's good to apologize, even to your juniors. But sometimes leaders find it very difficult to say sorry. Is it pride? Is it ego?
Well, people think that saying sorry is a sign of weakness. But Rick Warren, in his book, Purpose to My Life book, says that humility is not, humility is power under control. It's not a weakness. So when you humble yourself and say sorry, you are actually powerful than the person who does not say sorry. Yes.
And how are you able, because I know you work with different people, different backgrounds, different, the level of education needs different. So how are you able to handle criticism and also negative feedback? Because I know sometimes it's there because you want to do, people want you to do things in a certain way, but you as a leader, you feel probably that's not the way I need to go. So people will criticize, people will give negative feedback. So how are you able to handle that? When you hear someone say something about you, how do you respond?
let me share an experience when we were at the university,
Yes.
St. Paul's University, and as a PCA community we had a retreat. I don't know how this came up. We were given a foolscap where you write your name.
Yeah.
On the one side, your positive things, on the other side, negatives. And it was sent to everyone. So I was so surprised to see how people see me. So critical. On the positive side, good things. Negative side, it was just disastrous. But you know what? That negative side is what made me to know myself. So criticism is good. Even though done badly, the key thing is that people communicating something. When people tell you this is wrong, some will tell you with courtesy, others will tell you ruthlessly. The key thing is there something people are seeing? Is there something bad happening in your life? And once you take it up positively, it grows you. Because leadership without criticism, you do not receive feedback. And leadership is feedback. Because you're not about yourself. You're about other people. You are leading other people. So get to hear what they're saying. You know, those anonymous comments are so important. Yes.
Talking of the anonymous, we are in an era of the social media where people go online and just post something without caring the emotions and the feelings of people. We've seen it. And what's your take on that?
Well, of course, it's always good not to hide yourself behind something else. It's always good to come out. If what you are saying is genuine, speak it and let your face be seen. However, there are moments in Africa where if you show your face, you are destroyed. So at times people will speak up with anonymity. Just to make sure that...
just to be safe.
Exactly, because of our level of civilization. Because I believe that in this global south, we have really to go to another level of being civilized. So at times because of civility, you want to be anonymous. But where you are counted at, for example, at my level now of leadership in the church, leading a parish, I should be able to say it is me who is giving my thoughts. But for example, when you speak about the government, at times people hide. And there's nothing wrong. What is important is for the leader to accept that people are saying something and what is it that they are saying. Yes.
Well, thank you, my viewer. Thank you for the feedback. I'll go through a few of the messages that are on my page. Thank you, Calda Tech, very inspiring. Thanks, Rev, for sharing your story. Lucia, you're saying, Lucy Nyabs, watching from Nyamashaki Parish. There's a time you are there. Yes. Nyamashaki, the show is awesome. Reverend Dr. John Calvin is a great leader with integrity. Peter Kamau, Reverend Calvin is a leader with integrity. We worked with him at Kikuyu Township. Esther Mora, thank you, Esther. Reverend John Calvin, a great servant of God. It's good when people give you your flowers when you're when you're alive. Well, we don't have to wait for you to die.
It's all about God.
So please keep the messages coming in. We truly appreciate that you took time to tune in. I know there's so many TV stations, but you chose Kirk this morning, so we cannot take it for granted. So ask a question. I already have one question, by the way. And I'll share the questions a bit later. I see the question is coming from Dairy Parish. And who is this asking the question? Moses. So I'll share that question a bit later. Let's talk about conflicts. Have you encountered conflicts along the way, and how are you able to handle it? Because when you're dealing with many people, I know conflicts are there because we all have different thoughts. So how are you able to deal with issues that bring conflict and just harmonize your team? Because I know in the church ministry, there are different groups with church school, with youth, with the women ministry, with the men ministry. So if a conflict arises, so how are you able to show leadership
Thank you, Wanjiko. Conflict is inevitable. As long as people have different minds, different opinions, different way of looking at things, there will always be different thoughts. And so at times, these thoughts, these opinions will cross. So there is no leadership without conflict resolution. And so personally, I am a student of the 3 ways of conflict resolution. And now we are not in resolution. We are now calling it conflict transformation, where you either yield so that there is peace, it's okay, or sometimes you win, and the best of them is win-win, where, for example, there is an issue before you here, and you have a collision between 2 people, and one gives some ground to gain something. It's the best way of conflict resolution. And I've found that happen a lot. But there are moments when you want to just back off and say, with this kind of heat, I don't think I have energy to do this. Or, with this, let the other person win. So those are the 3 ways I solve conflicts with. However, the best of them is a win-win, where someone loses some ground to gain some ground. But conflict will be there. If you don't find conflict in your leadership journey, then you are pretending.
You're not perfect. Because
Exactly.
sometimes people think when there are conflicts, the leader has failed. So it's not about the leadership. It's not about the leader failing. It's just the fact that people think differently.
It's just about life. That's what life is.
Because even at home, we have conflicts.
Good.
So I think you start handling the questions because I can see one more question coming in. So can I go to the first question?
Please.
So that you're able to blend the conversation and the questions.
All right.
So how can I succeed under a poor leadership?
John Maxwell talks about the principle of lead, L-I-D, that a leader is a lead. Let me use Swahili, ni kifuniko. So at times, it's very, very difficult to succeed when you have a poor leader on top. It's very difficult. That's why we always say, let the leader go higher so that they can put people who are below them. So the question about how do I succeed with poor leadership is simply to look at how you can inspire that leader. If there are people who are approachable, you can sell your thoughts to them without necessarily making them feel like it's the one who, you are the one who is suggesting. You know, by recognizing that they are the ones in charge and there are things that they can do better. And simply speak to them because they will always put you down. The concept of lead, L-I-D, that I mentioned. So therefore, how do you survive that? Is by proposing, and that's why in my leadership I believe in meetings. I believe in teams, where people bring in their thoughts so that one person can support the other person. You know, Bible says that the countenance of one person sharpens the other. That's like iron sharpens iron. So when you have a poor leader on top of you, you can only ask God to give you wisdom to suggest what you think can help an organization or a family or whatever it is that you are doing, whether it's a project.
But some leaders are they're unreachable. So sometimes you find that even having a sitting with your CEO, it's a problem. So, and these are juniors. So sometimes, how do you handle that kind of, do you go through someone or do you just sit and say, well, my leader, I'm not able to get through to them, so you pray about the issue.
In organizational leadership, there's always someone you report to. Yes, use the person you report to. Because there's no way you report to someone who is not accessible. That's why they report to them. You can always prompt them to what you think is good. It's not easy at times if you have someone who's not approachable, but the basic thing here is look for a way of speaking your mind. As long as you do it with a lot of courtesy. When I got ordained, there's a gentleman who really helped me to shape my future. He's called Reverend Dr. Kemani Shege. And he told me, John Calvin, now that you're joining the ministry, please separate between leadership and exhibitionism. Don't exhibit your talent. Use your talent. Because once you exhibit your talent to a leader who is poorer than you, they will destroy you. But use your talent. So the idea here is, if you want to influence someone who is above you, who may look like they are poor, just use your talents. Don't exhibit that you are the one who knows. because they also, why are they in leadership? They are above you. Maybe you haven't known the areas that you would want, how you would approach them. And of course, wisdom. And I mentioned wisdom earlier. Have wisdom to simply speak that which is in your mind.
Question number 2, Carol is asking, how do I motivate an unmotivated person? No, that brings us to motivation.
I'm not sure whether there is someone who is unmotivatable. It is all about how you approach that motivation. Because who doesn't want to hear thank you? Who doesn't want to hear keep up? Who doesn't want to hear you are doing well? So how you motivate someone who you think is not motivatable is by touching their positive nerve. Just touch it. If, for example, there's something good that they do, talk about it. Tell them, you know, I like the way you wash this office. I like the way you handle customers. From there, you are pushing them up. If it's in a family setup, you tell your son, wow, I know you're not good at mathematics, but I'm happy you are very good at history. So you are motivating them in what they do. Because if you touch where they are doing badly, that's not motivating them.
You're killing them.
Yes, that's right. Use the areas that they are doing well. And every one of us does something good. There are areas that we do well. So it's possible to do that.
So in other words, you're saying the leader has to know his people so that you can know their strengths, and that calls for spending time with them, right? Because how else are you able to know so-and-so is good in cleaning, so-and-so is good in this? It calls for spending time with your people.
Exactly. You can't be a leader if you're not with the people. You can't just be showing up and going away. You have to do work with them. You have to, if it's in a parish setup, the elders that I work with, I must know who is good at what. Who has this talent, who has this gifting, who has that expertise. And then you make sure that you are able to use whatever talents and giftings and professions and knowledge that they have. You have to know the people that you work with.
I know that you are in the church space. How are you able to grow yourself spiritually with, I know you have a busy schedule and everything. So how are you able to grow yourself so that you can continue nourishing the people?
A good question. A good question, Wanjiko. I read one chapter of the Bible every day.
One chapter?
Yes, every day. Like today, I read the book of Numbers 25. I'm now doing the book of Numbers. That is my personal discipline. So I must wake up, pray, study one chapter every day. And that is how I'm able to help myself get rejuvenated. You know, when the Lord spoke, our Lord Jesus Christ spoke after reading the book of Isaiah, that the Spirit of God has anointed me to preach the good news to the poor. So anointing is to preach to others. It's not to yourself. You only grow yourself through personal devotion. Time to pray. Then I also take time off to go and have moments in a prayer center just to pray for the congregation, to pray for myself. I take my pastoral team out for every other quarter. We do like 3 days of prayer. That way now you are growing yourself as a person.
Well, so I also try. So I've tried reading the one. Sometimes you find you're so overwhelmed, so it calls for discipline. Because sometimes you wake up and you feel, I don't even want to read even a verse, and you're like, I'll do it tomorrow.
It calls for priority.
Yeah.
What do you prioritize? And one thing that has helped me, Wanjiko, in Bible study is to have an energizer. For example, I take tea every day or breakfast every day. So when I bring my breakfast, I bring my Bible. So as I take my breakfast, I study the Word of God. So breakfast now becomes my energizer to read the Bible. Moments when I'm not taking breakfast, I'll have to schedule some time. That time that I was supposed to take breakfast, then I will spend it reading my one chapter that day.
Wow. You know, you're here because you're basically here to inspire us. So I know there's someone who try reading one chapter every day and see how it goes. One lesson that you've learned along the way that you feel you can share with our viewer. One lesson.
I think one lesson I've learned in life is that people are looking at simplicity in life. Simplicity. Don't be complicated. Just be simple. Make sure that your life is not complicated. As you lead your family, as you lead your the church, as you lead a country, the people who are leading this country, just be simple. That simplicity is what makes you rich. One of my slogans in life is that I am a pastor and a friend.
Wow.
That friendship is everything. So I do not have people that I don't love. And that simplicity, so that someone is able to access you and just come and be with you, even a small child, an elderly person. So that's simplicity. Because at times, I don't know why people feel like when you're in leadership, you have to be a complicated person. You have to be difficult. I also do some lecturing. You have to be difficult to the people that you are teaching. It's not right. Simplicity. Even as you explain concepts, I lecture in leadership. I teach Hebrew, I teach Greek. They are difficult things like Hebrew and Greek. But the simplicity of explaining is what would help my student want to know more and more. That simplicity is everything.
So you're saying if you're a leader, get down from your high horse. Let people... You know, sometimes you even need to book an appointment and call and go through people. Even in church, you've seen it happen. Like you got to go through someone to access your church leaders. So for you, you're saying that ability being there for people. Even small children, I can attest to that because you've been my parish minister. And children really loved you. Wow. So get down from your high horse. You are a leader. Let the people reach you. I've seen a friend of mine who shares and says sometimes he even walks around where he serves, so people can see him. It's not all the time being in your car. So sometimes take a walk. That's when you get to meet the people you are leading, and you have a conversation with them. Go where they eat, you know. Go to the vibandas where they take tea. Join them, you know. It brings you closer to the people. That's what you're saying, right?
Exactly.
Well, we take a short break. Thank you for everyone who is writing me your messages. I'll read them. I'll get back to them in a short while. You are watching Behind the Face. It's a show that brings our leaders and they share their stories in leadership just to inspire and encourage us. And it's my prayer that this morning you are getting inspired. My guest with Dr. Calvin Kamau, and we take a short break. We'll be back.
Thank you.
Maridadi Investment Cooperative is giving you a great opportunity to invest in the car selling and leasing business. Simply buy a car through Maridadi Investment Cooperative, leave it with us to lease, and you receive monthly payments through our lease selling plan. When you invest in a Wagon R, Nissan Note or Toyota Passo valued at 1 million shillings, you earn 37,500 shillings per month for 2 years, plus a bonus of 400,000 shillings at the end of the 2-year period. Are you always busy with work, retired, or maybe you live in the diaspora? Let your money work for you. Invest with Maridadi Investment Cooperative today and get paid every month. Visit us at Ridgeways, Kiambu Road, opposite Total Petrol Station, or call 0709 888 222.
Welcome to CAC TV, Parenting Diaries, a show for every parent and every family. In this show, you will get expert tips, heartwarming stories, and real-life advice on navigating the beautiful and challenging world of parenting. Whether you are parenting toddlers, teens, young adults, we've got you covered. Learn how to navigate tough situations, celebrating wins, observing boundaries in order to build stronger and better connections with your children. Tune in for fresh perspectives and tools to thrive as a parent. in the 21st century. Don't miss out on your parenting. Your parenting journey just got easier. Every Tuesday at 8 p.m. on CAC TV. See you there.
Maridadi Investment Cooperative is giving you a great opportunity to invest in the car selling and leasing business. Simply buy a car through Maridadi Investment Cooperative, leave it with us to lease, and you receive monthly payments through our lease selling plan. When you invest in a Wagon R, Nissan Note or Toyota Passo valued at 1 million shillings, you earn 37,500 shillings per month for 2 years, plus a bonus of 400,000 shillings at the end of the 2-year period. Are you always busy with work, retired, or maybe you live in the diaspora? Let your money work for you. Invest with Maridadi Investment Cooperative today and get paid every month. Visit us at Ridgeways, Kiambu Road, opposite Total Petrol Station, or call 0709 888 222.
Welcome back. You are watching CAC TV, and the show that is on air is Behind the Face. We bring you leaders who have excelled in their different fields to share their stories, just to inspire you. And it's my prayer that this morning you are getting inspired. Thank you for everyone who is taking time to send us your thoughts and also your questions. Thank you so much, Wambare Alice, all the way from PCA Church of the Torch. Hi, Shiko. Hi, Alice. Thank you. If you have a question to my guest this morning, please let me know. Thank you, Anjiro Gedega, following from PCEA Kikuyu Township. Thank you so much for following. I see Tom Mokiri. Thank you so much for following. And let me get back to my guest for the interest of time. One more question. What are some of the skills that you need to lead people through challenging times as a leader? Because there are times that are really challenging, and there are times that things are quite easy. So what is this that you need to do as a leader to lead your people during challenging times?
Leadership is about three things: casting of vision, influence, and motivation. The ability to cast vision is key, because you give people direction even when they are going through difficult times. And you know, casting vision is about hope. You know, are you able to give people hope? Because a leader who does not offer hope is actually taking people down. So the casting of vision through giving hope is everything, because there are always better days tomorrow. Motivation is to encourage people at their level. You don't have to really be up there, but at your level you can do your best. And then of course influence. How do you influence them? And you see, if someone asks you what's the definition of leadership, leadership is influence. So in challenging times, you need to encourage people to be resilient, encourage people to not to give up in life. I know we go through difficult times in life, but tough times do not last forever. Tough people do. So resilience, that you can be stretched and get back to the same position that you are in. That's always what I believe in.
Oh, I like that. Tough times don't last forever, but tough people do. And now, I see we've only 8 more minutes. I know your schedule. I mean, you usually you usually have a busy day, morning to evening. Being a church minister, you need to see people. You need to prepare. You need to prepare sermons. There's a lot. There are meetings you need to attend to. So how do you unwind? How do you rest?
All right. Monday is my resting day.
Yeah.
Monday is my resting day, so I do sports on Monday. I make sure that I do something that helps me to unwind through physical exercises. But I also did mention that every quarter we start a moment when you go out for a retreat. So it's very, very helpful because it gives you new energy. Then the third thing is to have what we call accountability partners, people you can speak to and share your life. That way, you are able to outpour the challenge that you're going through to someone who is at your level. So that way you unwind, just by sharing to the key people. Because sometimes if you don't share to the right people, you may be sharing your issues with the wrong people. So getting someone that you can pour out yourself to them. Yes.
I know you're a father, you're a husband. How are you able to balance work and family life?
Well, it's not easy. It's
Yeah.
not easy because, again, the nature of my work, my off day is on Monday when everyone is at work and school. So you have to look for opportunities where you go home early. I think one key things I've learned in life is to get home early when you are able. So when I'm not having an assignment at night, I'll be home as early as 5 o'clock. That way you have more time. Then the other thing that I have developed over time is to have dinner together with my family. So I can, like for example, where I serve, our fellowships are at night. So I'll come home first, have dinner together, then go for the fellowship. That way, we're able to create time to be with the family. Then of course, there are opportunities when I'm doing my own sports, I'm also able to include my children in that sport and be able to do it with them. That's
Wambari Alice, she's asking, ask Rev how he's able to keep the congregants motivated. Here he lives, everywhere, I think she mentioned everywhere he goes, he leaves behind a great mark.
Philippians 2:13.
Yeah.
I think I mentioned that. It is God who works in us, both to will and to do his own good will. It's not about me. So I accredit it to God. Then number 2, just be simple. People are looking for someone who is accessible. People are looking for someone who is an inspiration to them. Just be that person. And that's all.
Simplicity. It's easier said than it needs God.
Yes, God.
God's
just-
hand has to be
Exactly.
has got to be there.
Yeah, because it's God who gives you favor.
Oh,
You know,
yeah.
favor is not something you can pray for. No. It's
God
God
given.
who gives. So I accredit my ministry to the favor of God. That whenever I am, he's just there giving his favor. And that's the greatest gift that you can ever get from God. It's not money, it's not riches, it's not fame, favor of God.
I want you to look at that camera. That's your camera, because I see we have just a few more minutes to end this. I want you to directly address our viewer. There's someone who is watching and they want to join leadership, probably for the first time. What advice would you give them for the first time? Yes, probably it's a young person, someone who has not been in leadership before. What advice would you give them with your experience of how you started and the lessons that you've learned along the way? What advice would you give someone who is intending to join leadership, whether in church, whether in politics, or basically wherever they are in their space?
Thank you. My viewer, my encouragement to you who wants to join leadership is just be yourself. 2, look for ways of growing yourself. Whether it is seminars, whether it is interacting with people, whether it is looking for mentors, because there's always that one thing you don't know that you can always learn. Then of course, the other key thing is integrity, consistency of character. If you don't believe in something, leave it. Do only that which you believe in, and keep growing. Keep growing. Leadership is actually achieved as you continue to grow every other day. Every day, you have something new to learn. Thank you.
Well, every day you have something new to learn. You never stop learning. So keep improving yourself. You know, sometimes we tend to think you've gotten to a position now, umefika. So keep improving yourself, keep growing, keep learning something new. You can only lead people to where you've been to.
Yes, yes, yes. You know, Joel Austin has a book, Becoming the Better You. So it's not becoming the better person, the other person, yourself. So grow yourself, become the better you every other day. Yeah.
And my final question to you, Rev, Who is your role model? Like that leader you look up to and you're like, man, that person has gotten it. You know, as we are here looking at you as our role model. What about you? Okay.
Locally, I look at a gentleman called Julius Kipngetich. I just love that guy. Then in my world of scholarship, I look at a gentleman who passed away the other day called Walter Brueggemann. He's inspired me a lot in his simplicity. Then in leadership, my leadership guru is John Maxwell. John Maxwell is a man.
He's a man to watch.
Yes, and every time I go for the Global Summit, I want to really be there when John Maxwell is speaking.
Wow.
He's my great inspiration.
Wow. Thank you so much. I believe and I'm totally convinced that our viewer, they've picked up something from you. And I wish we could do this a bit longer. There's much more we really could have wanted to tap from you, but for the interest of time, we've got to end it there. Thank you so much. It was such an honor having you, that you made time to come and share with us. We do not take it for granted. Here at CAC, we wish you well. May God bless you. May you continue more favor, so that you can continue serving God's people because that's what you love doing, and we can see the results, and we celebrate you. We wish you well. Pass our regards at Kahawa when you go back to Kawasukari, and may God do you well.
Thank you. It's an honor to be here. Thank you very much, Anjiko.
To my viewer, thank you so much for making time. It was absolutely amazing having you on board. Let's do this together next week, same time, same place. I've been your host, Wanjiko Kamaru.